Stephen King's name is practically synonymous with horror, and his novels have spawned countless adaptations. While not all have hit the mark, some have become legendary in their own right. Here are 10 must-watch adaptations of Stephen King's horror classics that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Needful Things. Boasting a chilling Letterboxd rating of 3.1, this is a shop-till-you-drop experience like none other. The devious plot involves a peculiar store opening in the fictional town of Castle Rock, Maine, run by the enigmatic Leland Gaunt. But instead of dealing in cold hard cash, Gaunt prefers more intimate transactions. Want that rare baseball card or the perfect dream house? Your price isn't money, but simply playing a harmless prank on a neighbor. What seems innocuous escalates into violent pandemonium, tearing the small town apart. Hats off to director Fraser Clark Heston for making us think twice before stepping into the next enticing thrift shop.
I've been in this business a long time, and I've learned the pleasure of offering my customers what they really need.
He came here to destroy us.
Oh, you wussy.
There have been 2 murders and an attempted suicide in this quiet little town, and Mr. Leland Gaunt is at the bottom of it.
Pet Sematary. With a Rotten Tomatoes rating of 50%, this film strikes the middle ground between, hey, that was pretty good, and what the king was that. The plot follows Dr. Lewis Creed and his family as they move to a small Maine town. Behind their home, they discover an eerie pet cemetery with a sinister cemetery beyond, which possesses the terrifying power to reanimate the deceased. The film offers a heart-rending exploration of grief and the dangerous lengths we go to in our attempt to hold on to our loved ones. Made on a budget of $11.5 million, this creepy adaptation grossed a solid $57.5 million.
Joe? Is that you? I finally came back for you, Rachel. I'm going to twist your back like mine so you'll never get out of bed again. Never get out of bed again! Never get out of bed again!
1408. Mike Enslin, a skeptic author, decides to debunk the myth of the haunted room 1408 at the Dolphin Hotel, only to face a cavalcade of horrors he could never have imagined. Scoring a 79% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, this adaptation from the short story of the same name is like a claustrophobic nightmare that refuses to end. The film's success was an unexpected shocker, much like the story's climax, bagging $132 million worldwide. Not bad for a haunted hotel room, huh?
In the 95 years of the hotel's existence, there have been 56 deaths in 1408.
56.
No one's ever lasted more than an hour. Do not stay in that room.
Carri. Despite its age, this film still packs a bloody punch, with a Rotten Tomatoes score of 93%. This tale of a bullied high schooler with telekinetic powers is an iconic cautionary tale against the horrors of teenage bullying. De Palma's adaptation stands as one of the most faithful to King's work, even to the point of the legendary author stating that the film's infamous pig blood scene was better than the book. The movie's success paved the way for future King adaptations and put telekinesis on the map, and on our worst nightmares.
Help the sinning woman see the sin of her days and ways. Show her that if she had remained sinless, the curse of blood would never have come on her.
The girl with the strange power.
If I concentrate hard enough, I can move things.
Misery. Featuring an Oscar-winning performance by Kathy Bates as Annie Wilkes, this film perfectly encapsulates the phrase, "I'm your #1 fan." When successful novelist Paul Sheldon is rescued from a car wreck by Annie, his #1 fan, things soon take a chilling turn. The movie scored a solid 89% on Rotten Tomatoes, and audiences couldn't help but squirm as Bates's obsession morphs into a terrifying and bone-shattering ordeal for Sheldon. A film that keeps us on the edge of our seat while avoiding supernatural elements. Misery showcases the terror that lurks within the ordinary.
They said he checked out last Tuesday. Isn't that a little strange?
Paul, say hello to Misery.
Misery.
Yes, I told you I was your #1 fan.
Catch this.
Mwah!
Welcome to our fifth spot, where we're clouded by the eerie and unnerving adaptation of King's novella, The Mist. Directed by Frank Darabont, the film took $57 million at the box office, which is impressive but still far less than The Mist deserves, considering its unsettling and controversial ending. The story is about a group of townsfolk who are trapped in a supermarket while a mysterious mist, harboring deadly creatures, engulfs their town. The chilling narrative serves as a study of the terrifying potential of human nature when faced with desperate circumstances. The Rotten Tomatoes score sits at a respectable 72%, and its jaw-dropping climax ensures this film a place in the Horror Hall of Fame.
Those bugs?
Not like any I've ever seen.
The entire front of this store is plate glass.
It. Who could ever forget the nightmarish clown Pennywise, who brought a wave of coulrophobia to a whole new generation? This adaptation terrorized the box office with a gargantuan worldwide gross of $700 million, making it the highest-grossing horror film of all time, at the time at least. The story follows the Losers Club, a group of outcast kids who band together to defeat a malevolent entity in the shape of a clown. With a Rotten Tomatoes score of 86% and Bill Skarsgård's spine-chilling portrayal of Pennywise, It redefined the horror genre and terrified us all with the unsettling notion that our fears can indeed come back to haunt us.
I saw something. There was this
clown. Yeah, I saw him too.
The Green Mile. Departing slightly from outright horror, this prison-based drama showcases a softer side of King's storytelling. Still, it's tinged with elements of the supernatural, which bagged it a Rotten Tomatoes score of 78% and a cult status. The story revolves around Paul Edgecombe, a death row corrections officer who encounters John Coffey, an inmate with a mysterious gift. While it may not make you jump out of your seat, the film's profound exploration of humanity and its powerfully emotional narrative and a worldwide gross of $290 million has firmly etched it into the heart of King's repertoire.
John Coffey is a murderer.
I don't think he did it at all.
Take my hand, boss. You see for yourself.
The penultimate entry on our list is the notoriously eerie adaptation of The Shining. Stanley Kubrick's masterpiece, despite initially clashing with King's vision, has been hailed as one of the most influential horror films in cinematic history. It depicts the chilling tale of the Torrance family, who move into the Overlook Hotel for the winter, where Father Jack succumbs to a malevolent presence that drives him to madness. The unforgettable Here's Johnny scene alone could place it on this list. It also has a killer Rotten Tomatoes rating of 84%, and its surreal, unnerving imagery has left an indelible mark on horror cinema.
Completely normal individual, but at some point during the winter, he must have suffered some kind of a complete mental breakdown. He ran amok and killed his family with an axe.
Well, you can rest assured, Mr. Ullman, that's not going to happen with me.
That's right.
We're finally at our number one, and you guessed it, it's the perennial favorite, The Shawshank Redemption. While it's not a horror film, this adaptation of King's novella, Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption, stands tall with a breathtaking 98% Rotten Tomatoes rating. The film's narrative follows the unjustly imprisoned Andy Dufresne and his enduring friendship with Red, masterfully portraying themes of hope, redemption, and resilience. Despite a disappointing initial box office run, the film later found its well-deserved success and praise on home video and TV. An inspiring testament to human spirit, it remains till date the top-rated movie on IMDb, proving that King's reign isn't limited to horror alone.
Why'd you do it?
I didn't, since you asked.
You gonna fit right in. Everybody in here is innocent. Hayward, what you in here for?
Didn't do it.
He had a quiet way about him, a walk and a talk that just wasn't normal around here.
On the outside, I was an honest man, straight as an arrow. I had to come to prison to be a crook.